The San Diego Padres are definitely not having the type of season that a lot of people expected. We're just over halfway through the MLB regular season, and the San Diego Padres, a team that a lot of people were looking at as a top 5 MLB team, are currently sporting a record below 500 and are 4th in their division. And other than a few Padres players like Soto and Snell, most of the San Diego Padres that they needed to do well just aren't. Manny Machado is having his worst season in years. Xander Bogaerts, their big offseason acquisition, hasn't been able to replicate the type of production that he had in Boston. Hell, you even have Ha-Seong Kim getting injured kicking a water cooler in their dugout because he's so frustrated with the way that he's been playing. Things just aren't going well in San Diego. But that's not stopping them from potentially doing something crazy. Considering the Padres are several games below 500 and are in a division with the Giants, Dodgers, and Diamondbacks, all teams that are securely in the playoff race, I don't think anyone would fault the Padres at all for walking into the trade deadline as conservative sellers with their sights set on retooling for next year. Apparently, though, that's not what the Padres are planning at all. Reports just surfaced that the San Diego Padres are looking to be aggressive at the trade deadline. And not aggressive sellers, they want to be aggressive buyers. A fan-sided article writes, according to USA Today, Bob Nightingale, in this article, rival general managers are hearing that San Diego will be anything but a seller when the MLB trade deadline comes on August 1st. Nightingale writes in his column that 2 GMs were informed that the Padres instead plan to be aggressive at the trade deadline and possibly even be buyers. If I was a rival GM and I heard that the Padres were looking to be aggressive buyers, I'd actually have no idea what to make of it.
What? What the fuck?
The article goes on to say that while the Padres should be doing one thing in the eyes of their colleagues, it appears that AJ Preller in the Padres front office hasn't given up the possibility of reaching the postseason. Despite a slow start to the season, it seems San Diego will indeed be in on trade pieces who could boost the team forward. Now, if the Padres are truly committed to buying at the deadline and refuse to sell off their pieces, they're going to need to bring in a lot of big names. The San Diego Padres are currently ranked 16th in offense and 6th in pitching, so it would naturally make sense for them to go out and target a bat to just fill out that lineup a little bit more. A player that the Padres have been linked to in the past is the unicorn himself, Shohei Ohtani, but I don't even think that the Padres management is crazy enough to pay that price. What might make more sense is to go after the players that this former GM has actually linked them to. Once you're in, anything can happen. I would target position players including Cody Bellinger of the Cubs and Justin Turner of the Red Sox. Both of Cody Bellinger and Justin Turner would make sense for the Padres considering they are on one-year contracts and are both having really solid years. Bellinger and Turner would both be fun. It makes sense in theory, but I'm actually not convinced that those two guys alone would be enough to bring them into the playoffs. Fangraphs currently has the Padres playoff odds at 32%, which is a far ways away from being a sure thing at all. To be completely honest here, folks, I really think that the Padres management needs to reconsider the option of conservatively selling. It just feels like the San Diego Padres management is stuck in the mindset of making a big move. They did it several off seasons ago, bringing in all of their pitching. They did it with Juan Soto just last trade deadline, and they did it with Xander Bogaerts a few months ago. And even though I'm sure Padres fans are probably very happy with this aggressive approach, sometimes a passive approach is the better way to go. And that might be the right move for the San Diego Padres this trade deadline. But guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.